Hello, this is Tekken 4 on PS2, and I think I finally got the game set up last time in just the way I wanted it set up, and all the characters I wanted unlocked, or the ones I could unlocked. So we're ready to go. You'll notice I still have 3 characters not unlocked, and I'll explain why that happened once we get going here. But for now, I'm just going to hit start to do random select. No, that... I have to... Right, okay, now I hit start to do random select. I know what I'm doing, there we go. So the 3 characters that I did not unlock, at least I didn't save it with them unlocked, are
Here we go.
Kuma and Panda, one character with 2 different character skins. Now, I wish I knew how I did that move. So Kuma Panda, Heihachi, the boss, and... Oh, wow. Oh. And wait, who's the third one is, I think it's Roger the Kangaroo? No, Combot, the training bot, that's right. There is no kangaroo in this game, which is unusual for I guess that's just forward, right punch. Which is unusual for a Tekken. There's no Jack robot in Tekken 4, which is very unusual for a Tekken game. They were trying to, I guess, make the game more, quote unquote realistic. It's harder to launch people into big juggles. And they have floors that slope, although Yoshimitsu is one character who I did do better with. He does have some fairly accessible launchers. Dang, so now I can't... Uh-oh. I also did not... So this is Violet. Violet is, you can probably tell, it's a Lee. Just with a purple hair dye job and a purple shirt. That's part of Lee's story, is that he's in disguise, spoiler, I guess, as Violet.
Time to die.
Final round. Fight.
If you play through... What is it? I guess it's just if you play through Violet's storyline, Lee is revealed, and so then in the dang it, this is funny because I'm really bad. I was really bad playing Lee/Violet in this game. Really bad. I really struggled, and he is wasting me. I did not keep my unlock of the Lee name and default white hair color and stuff because I actually like him better as Violet. He fights the same and everything as far as I know. I just think it's a cooler look. Also, beating the game with Violet, or beating his story battle, I mean, unlocks the training robot, Combot. And I didn't want to have Combot popping up in my random teams. Now, Paul was one of the characters I was stronger with in 4. He's still pretty strong. A lot of other characters it's tough to juggle people with and stuff. And Marduk I have a lot of trouble with in this game. I mean, I came across Marduk in 5 Dark Resurrection, where he's just this huge mauler. But in this game, it's really hard to do his big mauling stuff. This is the first game he appeared in, too. Whoa, easy there, big fella. Oh, no. Come on, Paul. What is that effect from that manhole? What is that effect from that manhole, he said.
You win.
And Paul has this really weird victory animation. I mean, I think in Japanese culture it's and I think
Final
Eastern
round.
cultures in general, there's much more sitting on your knees or squatting on your hams or whatever you want to call it. But in Western culture, and Paul looks like a Western dude, we don't really do that. So for a Western guy to just squat in the street like that is pretty weird looking to Western eyes. But, you know, Paul probably grew up in the East somewhere, I guess. I don't know what his story is.
You lose.
Although I did do his story battle, come to think of it, but it doesn't have anything to do with that. It has to do with him getting drunk and tearing off to go compete in the tournament and get his mojo back. I also had trouble with Christy. She's another newcomer in this Tekken where she just replaced poor Eddie Gordo, who disappeared. Although he shows up in her story, but he's not playable. In 5, I guess, which I still don't have yet, PS2 version of 5, Eddie makes a return as an unlockable costume for Christy. A fairly expensive costume, I guess. You have to buy with the in-game currency that you get for completing modes and so forth, winning fights. Uh-oh. So yeah, in this game, I do have trouble. Ow! I have trouble inflicting damage with Christy. Especially against one of the more straightforward fighters like Jin here. Xiaoyu, sort of a similar problem. Not as much though, although we'll see. Oh yeah, left kick. Xiaoyu's left kick was what saved me as I did her playthrough. Ow. Okay, well it's not saving me against Jin so far. Oh, wow. I was trying to do a left throw, but I forgot that left punch plus left kick in this game is not a throw. It's this weird shove thing that they tried in Tekken 4 that I don't think anybody was a big fan of. It didn't really, I don't know. It's just kind of weird. Well, I'm going to lose because this is hard. I think I have it just on normal difficulty.
Fight.
Yeah, medium default difficulty. Sweet. Good job, Warang. Doing the random select this way with the start button also randomizes costumes and stuff, so that's kind of handy. This is pretty much the way that I have planned to play Tekken 4 now. It's just random 8-on-18 battles. So that was particularly why I did not want to unlock certain characters. I figured if Tekken 4 has gone to all this trouble to be the realistic Tekken, oh no, that was his unblockable, then I'll just avoid unlocking the goofy characters like Combot and... Oh, shoot. And the bear, or bears. Dang it. That did mean that I could not unlock Heihachi because the way those characters unlock, well, all the characters will unlock in sequence as you play through
Fight.
story battle or arcade battle. As you complete story battle or arcade battle for any character, like the first time you complete story battle or arcade battle for most characters, it will unlock Violet, I think. But that's unless you complete story battle with Steve here. Maybe arcade battle, I'm not sure. If you complete story battle with Steve, it'll unlock Nina Williams. And certain other characters, when you complete their story battles, will unlock certain specific other characters. For instance, Violet will unlock Combot. Nina will unlock
Final round.
Lei.
Fight.
Okay, I got a pretty good late character here in Kazuya. Although I struggled with Kazuya in Tekken 4, come to think of it. Oh wait, I did find his left... There's it, left, right, right. Oh no! Oh, it's too late. Wow. That was a really quick massacre. Okay, but... Fortunately, Law was one of my best characters.
Final round. Fight.
I gotta take out 2 characters here. Uh-oh, that's not gonna help. Dang it. Gotta get those juggles. They're so hard to get in Tekken 4, although not so much for the Law. Dang it. Oh, come on, I can do it. I'm not warmed up, so I totally forget everything I was doing with Law. Shoot, don't do that. Well, just...
You win.
Fortunately, some punch mashing did the job there. Good old Tekken. You can mash your way out of trouble. Alright, here we go. This is for all the marbles. Gotta do it right. I wonder if they do you always get the last battle in the octagon? This is where the story battle final versus Heihachi is held. At least it's the final in most of the story battles. Oh no. Oh, this is not going well. Shoot. I like this chart they have in 4. It makes it easy to see who had the winning streaks. These big paths of color. I guess the other team battle I've been playing that I'm thinking of is the one in Tekken Tag Tournament HD, which does not have these color-coded paths. So no huge win streaks here. Paul did pretty well. Violet did pretty well for the CPU. That was really... Oh, and then Jin, yeah. My Xiaoyu got stuffed. My Nina got stuffed. God. My Kazuya pretty much got stuffed. I guess he won one battle. I don't know. Alright, well, that wasn't great. Even though it gave me some pretty strong characters towards the end, I still failed. Alright, let's go. So, it's the characters on the outside 2 columns that are the ones that unlock. The characters on the 2 inner columns were there by default. So, Julia, Lei, Jin, Brian, Violet, and Nina are the ones I unlocked. As I was saying, I probably would have unlocked Heihachi, except that since the characters unlock in sequence, and there was no character whose story battle specifically unlocked Heihachi, I guess just because he's the overall boss, so that wasn't how that was going to work. So the only way you could unlock Heihachi was by unlocking him in the sequence of just beating the game with characters who did not have a specific character they unlocked. And the sequence went the 7th, 8th, and 9th characters to unlock. Oh man, were I was watching another video. Was it That Blasted Salami or whatever? And he was saying that Lei is a weak character in this game, and I'll believe it. The last character is to unlock in the generic unlock sequence as you complete story battle or arcade battle repeatedly are Kuma, then Heihachi, then Combot last. So there's no way to unlock Heihachi unless you first unlock Kuma/Panda. And I didn't want to unlock Panda, so that basically meant I had no way to unlock Heihachi because I would have had to unlock Panda. So I left Heihachi unlocked, or locked. Okay, let's do a little better with Kazuya here. I like the shades. I couldn't even get his spin kicks going when I was playing his team battle. I'm not... They made him harder to access. I'm not even sure how I do his spin kicks in this game. Whereas in other Tekkens I played him in, they just came out. There's one. I'm not even sure how I did that, though. Oh, dang. Okay, she didn't get the juggle. Come on, Heihachi. Yeah, Heihachi. I didn't unlock Heihachi, it was Kazuya. Alright, that was okay. Not great. I'm still a noob in... Well, I'm a noob in Tekken in general. I love Paul's non-moosed up hair. And they actually get the physics on it really well. It just kind of waves in the breeze, and that hairstyle is a style you can customize on him in Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection, as well as a pretty awesome looking crew cut too. Dang. That's Paul in his homeless person look right there, basically. He was... A lot of the stories in Tekken 4 are pretty depressing, and Paul had been mocked for walking away from the previous Tekken tournament before he fought the last fight because he got confused and thought he'd already won or something, so he just left. And so he wasn't actually the winner, but he went around telling everybody he was, and everybody just made fun of him. This is his story. This is Paul's story, the beginning of it. And so he got really bummed out and just became this drunk loser living on the street with his motorcycle drinking. That was a common theme. There was at least one other character who just became a drunk, and that was wait a second. That was Law, actually. I think there might have been another one I'm not thinking of right now. But yeah, a lot of depressing stories in Tekken 4. Most of them turn out okay in the end. Actually doing okay with Violet at the moment. That's encouraging. A real tough time with his story battle. Oh, shoot. So 4 is just in general harder. It's harder to do stuff. You can't just go into big juggles and stuff by hitting buttons nearly as easily as you can. And look how good Violet looks, though. A lot of the characters look really good in this game. I think a lot of them look better than they look in like Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection. There's kind of just a good modeling, balance and proportion about the characters. Not so much Hwoarang. Hwoarang's face is a little off to me. But the animations and faces, for the most part, are quite good.
Final round. Fight.
I guess there's another thing I should keep an eye out. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Because I think I already know the answer for this in 4, but... Well, in 4 you can unlock one stage. There's a stage that you only see in story battles. Well, in anywhere, I suppose. As far as I know. It's in... Dang. It's in, I like how Yoshimitsu looks in this game, too. He looks less just bizarre. And he actually looks pretty cool.
Fight.
At least that costume. I forget what his other one looks like exactly. Don't blow it with champ cheese. So there's a stage that you only get in Steve's story battle where he fights Nina, and they fight in this special stage that has a famous Roman statue. It's a Hellenistic statue, an ancient Hellenistic statue. Dang it! Oh, God, he got me too good. And I'm blanking on the name. It's the Lao Kun and Sons or whatever. It's this guy and his sons and snakes, or one big snake twined about them or something, and it's this tragedy where like his sons got eaten, and I don't know. Anyway.
Final round. Fight.
Anyway, that's the statue that's in this room where Steve meets Nina in his story battle. And so I think you have to complete his story battle. Maybe you just have to fight in there. You probably have to beat his story battle, and that stage unlocks. So you can then load it in practice mode and I guess in versus mode. But I don't think it actually becomes available in, for instance, team battle here. I don't think you ever... I've never seen it show up in team battle, I don't think. And I think what I read about its unlocking is that it's specifically unlocked for practice and versus play. But in 5, which I have ordered off eBay and is now in some kind of USPS COVID-19 black hole in Philadelphia or something, which is also happened when I ordered Tekken 4. That showed up a week late because of just some delay. Wow. Man, Violet is rocking me good. Dang it. I was trending all right up to that point.
Final round. Fight.
So in Tekken 5, there are 3 stages that you can unlock by beating the... there's this whole 3D beat-em-up mode in 5, like there's Force mode in 4 here. Which I have not completed. Unfortunately, I don't think there's anything major that you unlock if you do beat Force Battle, whatever it's called here in 4. But in 5, beating the Devil Within beat-em-up mode they included, where you run around beating up hundreds of enemies with Devil Jin, I guess. I don't know. Dang it. Yeah. You unlock, not only do you unlock Devil Jin, but there is another way to unlock him. You also unlock these 3 stages. It's 2 versions of the final stage, which is this big sort of apocalyptic wasteland. And then it's the the cathedral interior with sort of stained glass, a lot of kind of red or warm colored stained glass windows and stuff. Those are 3 stages that unlock in 5 if you complete the whole Devil Within story or Devil Within mode. Look at that dance.
Final round.
Which I really don't want to do because apparently it just takes like 3+ hours and it's not a fighting game. It's this 3D beat 'em up thing, which I'm not at all interested in doing. But it's not clear to me if the ways that I want to play 5 are in Ghost Battle. Dang, I got crushed. And Team Battle, again with just random stages.
Spirits, give
And
me
so
strength.
you might not have to unlock,
Fight.
quote unquote, unlock those stages to get them to show up there. Oh, Julia is also a pretty strong character for me in 4. But Law is probably stronger. Duh. Oh gosh. Okay. Oh no. Dang it, that kick. Ooh, that punch. No! Ah, gosh. And I failed. Well, it came down to 1 hit that time. That was sad. So I had some good streaks there, but I could not defeat Law. I got crushed by Violet with Xiaoyu. Law, yeah. My Kazuya did pretty well. Lei did not. Well, dang it. Again, 7 and 8. So you might not have to unlock those stages. Those 3 stages in 5 might be unlocked from the get-go for random stage modes like Team Battle and Ghost Battle. I was watching a video on YouTube of somebody playing like 200 stages in Ghost Battle, and I did see it. In fact, some of the first stages that showed up were at least one of those final apocalypse type stages, and then the cathedral stage. Those showed up in this guy's Ghost Battle video for Tekken 5. So, and of course, his description didn't say if he had completed the Devil Within mode. He probably had. But that still does tell me something, because here
You win.
I've unlocked that statue stage that I was talking about earlier. But I've never seen it show up here in 8-on-8 Team Battle or in Team Battle mode.
Final round.
So
Fight.
I think unlocking a stage does not necessarily affect how it shows up in these random stage modes. So that might indicate that in 5, I mean, this is all wishful thinking, obviously. Dang it. Oh, God. Oh, I forget how you... Wait, can King... It's not going to matter in a second because I'm about to die. Look how many moves he has, and so many of them, I think, are throws. It doesn't break them down, though, so... So these are throws. I mean, King has an absurd number of throws as far as I was seeing in Tekken 6. I would be surprised if it's too much different here. I mean, look at this. These are all throws, and then just follow-ups on throws. You can chain throws, and I don't know. It's disgusting. Forward, forward, forward throw. Of course, they kind of messed up things for throw characters in 4 here because you no longer have left punch or left kick as a throw input. So they would have had to change a ton of his inputs, I suppose. So yeah, he can throw people on the ground, so he has to do down forward or down back. Okay. Throwaway feint? Jeez. It's ridiculous. Who can do all those throws? It's nuts. Ah, get me out of here. Okay. Oh, okay. I liked King in the first Tekken where he was just this big puncher. Yoshimitsu has all these weird trades. I keep getting these weird trades with Yoshimitsu. That wasn't a trade. What am I talking about? I punched his sword and I got hurt. I don't understand that whole thing. Well, guys just gotta learn, gotta figure this stuff out. Ow! See, and he didn't get hit there. He just falls down as part of his up forward right kick. That was cool. Oh, didn't like that time. Oh no. Oh, is he feinted his unblockable, I think. Shoot.
You win.
So hopefully in 5 those stages are just available without having to beat the devil within mode. One of them, Cathedral, does become available after you've fought 200 matches, or maybe you have to win 200 matches, but anyway, something about 200 matches and it'll unlock. Same with Devil Jin that I've read. I've read that you don't actually have to complete Devil Within if you just play, or maybe it's win 200 matches. Devil Jin will unlock in 5. Oof. Go Xiaoyu. I love that costume for Xiaoyu.
You win.
Just a cool, cute, functional costume. Something that more fighting game women can definitely use.
Fight.
I mean, her other costume is this pink short dress, which not the most functional thing to fight in, I wouldn't think, but whatever. I guess it is, as long as you don't mind upskirt views of yourself, but that's usually not something that... Ah, God! Darn you, Kazuya.
You lose.
Not something that fighters seem to mind in these games, I guess.
Final round.
Where? I get the shades. I'm the cool Kazuya. Uh-oh. I'm also the Kazuya who doesn't really know what he's doing. There we go. Left, left, right. That's what I used to beat Jin in his story battle, finally. Ow. Oh, I failed my right. Okay, that's not working great. That was pretty clunky, but got there in the end.
You win.
Then there's a question of unlocking characters in 5. This is all stuff that is just keeping me up at night while I'm waiting for 5 to get out of its USPS black hole it's fallen into. Should have been here last Friday, but no. Probably won't get here till this Friday if I'm lucky. Cinema, cinema, cinema. Whoop. Jeez. Oh, dang. Okay, I'm just doing dumb stuff now. Ow! Nice drop kick. That was crappy. Pardon my French. So in 5, like in 4, from what I've read, it looks like characters will unlock in sequence. I think there's again 9 characters. Oh, why did... Ow! This is going horribly. Oh my gosh, is he just gonna... I mean, why did he let me up? Jeez. Well, that was a blown chance. So in 5, you unlock these 9 characters by beating like story battle or I think arcade mode repeatedly. The first time you beat any story battle, it unlocks Roger Jr. in his first appearance. I think it's his first appearance. And so forth, and Heihachi is one of the last ones to unlock again. What I don't know is, and I think I want to try to do something like I've done here with 4, where I won't unlock the goofy characters, like Roger Jr. and Mokujin, the training character in that game. That's my thought, anyway. Oh no, this is the matchup I didn't do well in last time. Jeez. Ooh, wow. The cheat site that I use to find, what these... Oh, this butt bobble for the females in this game. You're welcome. I go to GameFAQs to find out, like, how to unlock stuff and that sort of thing, but they actually did not document how, here in 4, for instance, you can unlock certain characters immediately, shortcutting the sequence by beating story battle with certain other characters. For instance, if you beat Steve's story battle, it unlocks Nina immediately instead of having to go through the sequence of some of the other characters unlocking first. Got on the right hand side. Got brain dead. Jeez. So there was no hint of that on the normal cheat site I use, so I kind of found that out for myself, and I sent them an update to that cheat about unlocking characters, trying to get them to update their list of how you unlock characters in 4 to add that you can unlock certain characters faster if you wanted to by beating certain story battles. I sent them an earlier attempt at that was kind of clumsy because I found a few of them, and then I sent them that as an update to that cheat, and then I ended up sending them like 3 separate corrections because I kept finding more characters that unlocked other characters. And they just flagged all those messages I had sent them as duplicates and didn't update the cheat code list at all. So like, okay, well obviously they wanted me to I at least have to be more concise and put it all in one message to them. So I've done that. I'm not sure if they're gonna accept that or if they just don't care enough to try to rewrite that cheat that's already in there and add the additional information. Yeah, oh dang it. Come on, homeless Paul. Oh. Shoot. No.
You lose.
Schoolgirl Xiaoyu. Now, wait a second. That schoolgirl outfit for Xiaoyu you have to unlock. Did I do... You have to unlock by beating her story battle. And I thought maybe I didn't beat her story battle, because her story battle unlocks Kuma.
You win.
No, you didn't work out.
So yeah, I did not unlock that schoolgirl costume, but the CPU site had it there. Alright, so that went better. 8-6. I didn't completely tank with anybody, so that was good. Xiaoyu was kicking booty. I did poorly with Kazuya against Marduk. I should have done better. My law didn't do too great. But, hurrah. I like this music. So it remains to be seen if I can find ways to sort of unlock specific characters in 5 and get around having to unlock Roger Jr. as the first in the generic unlock sequence, and then some of the other goofy characters. If I can't unlock the other unlockable characters without the goofy characters unlocking 2, then I might just not unlock any characters in 5. But we'll see. Oh, I wanted to do a throw. Dang it. Oh yeah, suck that. Yeah. Oh, that was not good. That was not a great effort. Yeah, I think I would just not unlock any of the unlockable 9 characters, and so then I would keep my random team selections free of the goofiness, because I really don't want. I mean, Roger Jr. is annoying. I don't want him showing up in my teams. Oh, sweet. I really don't want Mokujin showing up, because Mokujin just plays a different character's fighting style every single round, and it's super confusing for me. I really don't like Mokujin showing up. So yeah, I think I would just go without unlocking anybody. That would mean that I couldn't unlock, who were some of the... Bruce. Bruce is probably the one that who I would miss the most. He's an unlockable in 5. There's also, I think, Wang. Who else? And there's like 4 or 5 characters that I would miss. I actually would not miss unlocking Anna Williams is an unlockable character, and I don't actually like Anna too much. She could probably grow on me, but I don't know, something about Anna kind of bugs me. So I wouldn't miss not having her. I don't remember who. I don't really miss not having Heihachi in this game, because one of Heihachi's costumes, the costume he wears in his boss fight, is this giant adult diaper costume. It's the worst boss costume I've ever seen in a fighting game, I think. It's just this white cloth wrapped around his waist and his groin, And it looks like a giant diaper, and that's what he shows up for in the boss fight when you're fighting against him. And I'm sure it's just one of his regular costumes, and it would show up randomly in 8-on-8 team battles if he showed up. Probably be a 50% chance or whatever that he'd be wearing the giant adult diaper. So I don't miss that not happening in these battles because it's, I mean, you see a lot of his rear end, and you see way more of Heihachi's rear end in that costume than I ever want to see. Now Steve is a weird character as far as his controls go. He's only got punches. The kick buttons do limbo moves. I don't understand how that stuff works, so I'm basically just doing punches with him. And it's working so far. Take advantage of the stage collision physics to get some extra hits in. That's one of the most frequent complaints I saw when I was looking for just what people thought of this game, what people have said about it on the internets and in discussion threads and things. When it comes up, a lot of people complain about the I guess there's a lot of infinite combos. Also, I have the schoolgirl outfit for Xiaoyu, so maybe it's unlocked by default. I should probably check that. Oh. But apparently if you hit somebody into one of these, oh my gosh, I was doing so well. Oh no, what the heck happened? I got side switched and confused, but I was also just doing poorly. What a waste. Xiaoyu looks really, again, it's a nice modeling job. Like that smile is super awkward, but the actual in-game character, I love it. See, that costume is great. Her face looks good. So I guess this means Xiaoyu has 3 costumes available from the get-go. Schoolgirl, that sort of sporty outfit the other one's wearing there, and her pink dress. Oh, shoot. Sweet. Oh. What? Come on. Yeah. I actually did get a couple of what probably were infinite combos against obstacles in 4 as I was doing story battles. I remember one in particular in the Fight Club stage, you know, where you're in that basement with all those guys around you cheering. I just bashed somebody repeatedly into the side of that stage, and they just couldn't get up. Oh gosh. Hobo Paul brutalized me. Ow. Fan service for everybody. Thank you.
Nothing like a good workout.
I love how he punches his bicep like it's a punching bag. Maybe that's just how he amuses himself. When he doesn't have anything else around. He just punches his bicep like a punching bag. Maybe that's how he exercises. Just does one bicep at a time. Whoa. So, dang, I tried to throw him and he threw me instead. Story of my life. There we go. Take that, cad. Oh no. God. Oh, that was weird. I was kind of surprised to learn or be reminded that Christy is not in Tekken 7 yet. I mean, it makes sense because they actually have, I guess, Eddie Gordo in 7, and what somebody actually said was that Christie's never had her own moves. She's always just been a complete copy of Eddie's moves.
Final round.
Which I knew she was mostly a copy of Eddie, but I thought they might have given her some unique move of her own at some point, but I guess that never happens. And so this game, Tekken 4, was her first appearance. She just outright replaced Eddie. Eddie was gone. He shows up in her story, but the story is really just about how he's gone. I'm gonna grab you, Brian. You're gonna get grabbed. Oh no, that didn't work. Oh no, two kicks is not working. Too slow. Nope. In 5, as I mentioned, she's apparent, or Christie is there by default, I think, and then Eddie you have to buy as a rather expensive costume for her. In Dark Resurrection, everybody except who's Heihachi's dad? Everybody except Jinpachi. Everybody except Jinpachi is unlocked from the get-go in Dark Resurrection. So, and Eddie and Christie are independent characters in that game. Eddie is not a costume for Christie.
You win.
Nothing like a good workout.
In 6, I think they're independent characters. I actually have not looked extensively through the regular cast in that game
Final
yet.
round. Fight.
But in 7, apparently they so far just have Eddie, which is fine. Going back to the roots, if anybody's going to appear, it should be Eddie. He's got seniority. But, obviously, oh yeah, here we go. Oh, it wasn't an infinite, but it was some good hits. Oh no, Karate Kid. Dang it. Oh yeah, wait, I didn't know that actually. His punch is a throw. Wow, that really sent him skidding on his pants.
You win.
I have a feeling I was talking about something besides Eddie and Christie.
Final
I forget what it was.
Fight.
That was cool. Dang it, that camera. It feels like I should be able to juggle that, but I can't see what's going on in that camera angle. I'm not even sure I can hit a button there. Oh shoot, I tried to throw him. Oh, the unblockable. I don't know how to do a single unblockable. Okay, don't blow it. Oh no, it's Lei. I've not been great with Lei. Lei was kind of one of the only characters I could figure out how to do a launcher with, but in fact, come to think of it, it was not that reliable. That's it. It's just down, forward, right punch, which is pretty much a launcher for everybody in most Tekken games. Or at least in 6 and in a lot of the earlier ones for a lot of characters. But here, a lot of the time, it doesn't actually launch. Also, Lei's attacks tend to be kind of short range.
You win.
But we pulled it off. I love this little recap. It's so easy to read. So did pretty well with Paul. My Christie lost to Brian. That was sad. Lei did unexpectedly well. That was encouraging. Steve did fairly well. Better than I thought I would with Steve, because I really have no idea what to do, how to use Steve's stuff. Didn't do too bad against the CPU's Jin, but I did suck with King. do too great with my Jin, I guess. Xiaoyu, that was cool. Couple wins for Xiaoyu. Not great for Christy. Couple wins for Paul. Ooh. Well, let's do at least one more. Feel like I'm finally getting things together here a little bit. Tekken, I believe, had this team battle mode in it from the very first Tekken game, and it's such a cool mode. I mean, 8-on-8 random battles. Random battles is kind of the way I like to play fighting games, and this is a great way of implementing it. And I mean, so few fighting games let you have random battles easily against the CPU. And yet Tekken has had it from, you know, ages and ages ago, the early PlayStation days. And why more fighting games have not stolen it from them, I don't know. I wish they had. Gosh, I really have trouble against Yoshimitsu. I don't understand his moves at all. Also, I have trouble in this game with Marduk, so that was a rough way to start. I just don't understand what Yoshimitsu is.
Final round. Fight.
I was hoping I did his story battle in this game. There's that move that I wish I could figure out how I do, because it's pretty nasty. Gosh, the whole standing on his sword blade. I did Yoshimitsu's story battle in this game, but it didn't tell me a darn thing about him other than he's in some mysterious organization. And I forget the rest. Oh my gosh. No! God, Yoshimitsu. Oh. Well, this is looking bad.
Final
Well,
round.
now I am the flying beetle man, Yoshimitsu. Fighting the lion-like, skeleton-like Yoshimitsu. So I guess you just can't do a low attack against him when he's pogo standing on his sword blade, because you'll hit his sword blade and hurt yourself. Yeah, this is probably the best Yoshimitsu costume I can think of. I can remember in Tekken
Final
games.
round. Fight.
But I guess he's just supposed to be a guy, but he can't be, right? He's way too spindly. He's more like a skeletal thing. I don't know. I don't really want to know, I guess. I feel better not knowing. Whoa, no. Okay, we gotta make up some ground that I lost to the CPU Yoshimitsu, and I'm not doing it right now. Joe, jeez. Whatever, man. I have no idea.
Final round. Fight.
Go. Tried a two-punch move. Oh. Ow. So two punches mounts him up on his sword like that, and then he could scoot forward. And his little dragonfly wings came out. Ow. But all in all, that was not good. Still behind.
Final
Okay,
round.
Warring, let's go.
Fight.
Oh, jeez. God. Go. That forward right kick is pretty handy. Flying kick. Warring's got some good range on his kicks.
You win.
Oh, this... he basically just teabags his opponent. In the ultimate way. Well, not... I mean, he keeps his pants on, but he just straight up sits on him. That's rude. I don't...
Fight.
Also, Warang's story in this game, he just deserts the army. He's just a deserter. And they come after him with guns, and like, he's just huddled, hiding from the army, and it's just so bizarre. I can't say I really sympathized with him. I mean, it would suck to be drafted into the army, that's for sure, but I don't remember how he got into the army, if he was drafted or if he volunteered. Oh, man. There I got on the right-hand side, my brain just switched off. But I've had trouble with Violet from either side tonight. Okay, Paul, we really need to pull this out. Show him some homeless food.
Fight.
Ooh! Oh, come on. Oh, that was stupid. Oh, shoot. No, don't waste health. Just kill him.
No gain.
A hobo standing over you after having just beaten you up saying, no pain, no gain.
Final round. Fight.
I love Hobo Paul. Oh. Hobo Paul is strong. He's got awkward camera angles sometimes. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Got your Wing Chun going on or whatever the heck. Ow! Oh, that was stupid. Dang it. Are you supposed to be able to follow that up when that camera kicks in? Because I can't. Yeah, you don't mess with homeless dudes with long, stringy hair and massive physiques. Well, speaking of massive physiques. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's the left one. It just shoved him. There we go. Oh, why did I do that? I side switched myself. Oh, no. Okay, I can still do that juggle from the right-hand side. Whoa. Shoot. Yeah, pulled it out. Go Hobo Steve. Or Paul, whatever your name is. Have I been calling him Steve all along? Oh, gosh. The crowd noises. Okay, this could be interesting.
Final round. Fight.
So I did have a lot of frustrations doing the story battles for this game. But, you know, once you actually get to the point where you can just play, where you don't have to worry about passing, you know, beating certain characters to advance, and it's less of a stressful style thing like these random team battles are, where, you know, I'm just fighting. I don't get that upset if I lose. I don't have as much frustrations now with, you know, the changes to the mechanics. And it is a fun Tekken to play still, even though I'm not a fan of some of the changes they made. I love the stages. I love the looks of the characters. Dang it, I hate that move. I forget what to do with Nina. This is bad. This is bad. Gosh dang it. That move is so unrealistic, and it's so long and persistent and frustrating. God, he's just gonna keep doing it. And I tried to throw him, and he ducked, and then he threw me. Oh no, he's doing a compound throw. Oh my gosh, Nina got crushed again. My Nina is sucking. I did well with her in her story battle, but I'm a little out of the Nina loop here. Okay, that was cool. Look at that butt jiggle. It's a little much, Namco. Thanks.
You win.
Kind of surprising they were spending CPU cycles on butt jiggle in this game.
Fight.
But I guess that's where their priorities were. Uh-oh. Jeez. Okay, this is getting tight. Of course, it had to be Paul, didn't it? Jeez. Okay, well, I gotta do better by you than I have been doing so far. Oh my gosh. Law's just been getting blocked. Dang it. Now he's getting juggled. Oof. A lot of trades going on here. I can't hit Paul clean. Oh, he's cleared me out. Great. So he's still going to be probably a little over 50%. Oh, it gives me lay. Oh, okay. Paul's at 50%. I'm really getting a lot better success rate with Lei in his down forward right punch launcher today than I did in his story battle. Good job, Lei. You did it.
You win.
Alright, I'm gonna have to stop there. It's already way past my bedtime. But that was good fun. Good fun. This is a fun way to play Tekken 4. I can keep this in the rotation. Have a good time with it. So my Law is, I'm not getting it done with Law. That depresses me. Look at Paul, man. He almost pulled it out. I'm not getting it done with Nina. Really. I mean, that win, I think King didn't have much health left. And he almost still murdered me. So my Nina needs a ton of work. Law needs a ton of work. Paul, though, look at that. Yeah, I can play a hobo. I guess if there's any character I kind of look like, it's Paul. I have long, blonde, dirty blonde hair. Tend to be somewhat a day unshaven. I look like hobo Paul. I could do that cosplay. Well, I mean, I'm not super ripped out like Paul, of course. But you probably could have guessed that. Okay with Warang. Look at Yoshimitsu, man. He's just a strong character in this game. I have no idea what I'm doing with Yoshimitsu, but as far as I recall, I did really well in his story battle. The CPU Yoshimitsu, I have no idea what he does. He cuts right through me. My Marduk in this game sucks, which depresses me because Marduk's my favorite character in 5 Dark Resurrection and possibly in 6 as well, but in 4, man. And this is his first appearance, and he seems really hard to use in this. Like, I think it's just his default left punch is just this little slap. It's just this little slap. It does almost nothing. It's so... My Violet needs a ton of work. I felt better with him tonight, but here it all fell apart again against Yoshimitsu. So, lots of characters here. I was lucky to pull this out. My Marduk stank, my Violet stank. Violet is Lee, of course. My Nina pretty much stank. My Law stank. So it was really thanks to Paul and Yoshimitsu. Mostly Hobo Paul, though, so thanks, Hobo Paul. Who says hobos are losers? Not me. I have never said that, and probably never will. Pow. Alright, well, that's how much fun you can have with Tekken 4. In fact, you can probably have even more fun than that if you really, really try. Maybe I should play Survival sometime, I don't know. I'm not going to play Tekken 4, so don't worry about that. It's funny because you have to, they grouped arcade and time attack together, and you have to hit like to the right to get to time attack, and they're both like, you know, what's the difference really? Who cares? I don't know. It's weird. All right, so basically, I'm in a way killing time until Tekken 5 gets out of the whatever problem USPS is having now in shipping me seemingly any Tekken game I buy off eBay, no matter where it's coming from in the States. Tekken 4 came from, was it Georgia? A small town in Georgia, and that got stuck somewhere for a week, getting to Atlanta. And Tekken 5 is coming from Philadelphia, and it's just apparently just hanging out in Philadelphia, or it says en route from Philadelphia to who knows where, and it's not been updated. It's tracking for, I don't even want to think about how many days, but hopefully they'll get here by this Friday, at least a week late. Hopefully. So in the meantime, I'm playing other games, obviously, because once Tekken 5 gets here, I will have a ton of stuff to do. Like, I may not actually unlock any of the characters, depending on how stuff works out, for myself on a regular basis, but I probably will do, well, I will do everybody's team battles, at least all the default non-goofy characters, and just because I want to do team or story battles, sorry, I want to see people's stories because that's kind of fun anyway, and I also want to find if I can find ways, characters who unlock other characters and would get me around the default unlocking sequence that starts off with a goofy baby kangaroo. And then I could also hopefully document that and put that on the cheats list on GameFAQs, because there's nothing about that sort of unlocking now, and it may not exist, but it does in 4, and it was not documented in 4 on GameFAQs. So hopefully 5 will be similar, and I can unlock at least some of those characters. I would really like to be able to unlock Bruce and a few of those other unlockable characters in 5. Well, okay, so what am I going to play until 5 gets here? Other games I've been saying I want to play are Marvel vs. Capcom, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and there's another one that I keep forgetting. What is it? I could play Marvel vs. Capcom 3 because I actually just got that recently and I've only played it a couple times, but I don't want to do all Marvel vs. Capcom until Tekken shows up. Probably could get in a Tekken, a Virtua Fighter 4 Kumite session with Shandi. That's a strong possibility. Gosh, what is this other game that I keep thinking of when I'm not recording? Neo Geo Battle Coliseum, which I also just recently put back into the loop. So yeah, I could do some more of that. Get my feet back into that game. Yes. That was the one I was trying to think of. Yeah, so anyway, lots of fighting games. If you enjoy watching me fool around in fighting games, and I, thank you so much if you do. I realize that I am not a very skilled player. I just enjoy fighting games, and I just like to play them and talk about them to myself, apparently. But I'm imagining that I'm speaking to you, the viewer, so that's what gets me through these dark times. Maybe not so dark, although this week here, where I am in Eastern Washington, it's going to be like pretty cold. I'm just going to be huddling here in my apartment, snuggling up to fighting games, and wishing that Tekken 5 would arrive. But in the meanwhile, I'll have all these other fighting games that I'll be snuggling. So, again, thanks for watching this, and tune in for more, always more, if you could stand this. And anyway, thanks for watching, and good night.